We've just gotten off the metro, and we're now in the entrance to the Pere Lachaaise cemetery. We're planning on doing a nice walk around, look at some of the famous and not so famous graves. We'll see the Holocaust victims. What we got to see today?
Oscar Wilde, Gertrude Stein, Molière, Jim Morrison, Heloise, Sarah Bernhardt, Yves Montand, Simone
Chopin?
Signoret, Chopin,
Okay.
many.
This sort of gives you an idea of the size of this place. The video won't do it justice because there are tens of thousands of tombs here. It's quite the tourist attraction to come and walk around. Of course, the girls want to find the bathrooms first, and then we'll get out there and get walking. Trying to rain on us a little bit, but hopefully it'll be light and we'll make it through our walking tour.
Look at this scaffolding around that big thing. That's huge. Good job, sir. Oh, look at the fence around here. They've got scaffolding, a full-size fence.
Maybe working on that.
I think we're in the very old section right now, as you can tell by the types of monuments. 17th, 18th century. They take dying really serious over here. They spend a lot of money on their graves and their tombstones. Don't think I'll find any Kennedys here, unless it's an expatriate from Ireland on his way over here. And our first stop on our tour is James Douglas Morrison, 1943 to 1971. I'm putting him pretty low on my list as the non-famous, but for any of you older people, you remember him as being with the rock band The Doors, and this is sort of a cult thing. You can see the graffiti on the wall here of people showing up, young people, I assume. And a lot of times you see a lot of the marijuana bags and marijuana cigarettes thrown in there. So he's just a little tidbit in passing here. We're not going to give him too much of our attention. One little side note on Jim Morrison. Peggy thinks he was from Florida. From Gainesville? Melbourne? Melbourne. But he died young, but of course he died of a drug overdose. Not a very glamorous way of going. Not quite sure why he wanted to be buried over here, but he certainly gets a lot of attention.
Telegraph.
This is the guy that did the telegraph rate.
Mr. Moscow.
Right. We know that Al Gore did the internet. Just to know, he is the designer of the Louvre.
Designer of the Louvre.
Again, a new first. Every time a change for him.
Are you a guide?
Guide.
Oh, good. Then you've got us.
Because too big, 45 hectares, 100,000 grave, but 72 million people here.
72
million people.
come here.
Oh my
No,
God.
There
down,
Graves.
down,
Where-
grave.
where here?
There's
Yes.
so many graves, but there's
Where's Cahors?
Cahors.
This is the
Oh,
world
this
famous
is the
mime.
Okay.
And because the
He
Jews,
died in,
everybody visits
07.
Jewish people, never flowers, stones.
Yep.
Symbol
I see the
eternity.
stones, yes.
Rocks forever. Flowers for one time, for one day. Only Jewish people, stones for
Leave
you.
a stone.
5 days before he signed, or before he died, he signed his own name on the slab for his grave. Something we might want to think of, right?
Op een cimetière Pere Lachaaise. The first grave, first one.
That was the very first.
The odd. Because first, every time, French government restoration this one, because the heart, the symbol cimetière Pere Lachaaise, and every year, 22 April, ceremony for this one.
Okay, and why? Because it's the first one?
The first one, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And this one, 205 years.
205 years?
22 April, 1804. Open,
1804, okay. First grave.
first grave.
And they have a yearly ceremony.
Exactly. And very young, never wife, never baby.
But Napoleon ordered this to be made.
Yeah. Napoleon assassination here.
Were you looking at geography?
Sure.
No, this was, he was shot by Napoleon.
He died 1870.
Yeah, but Napoleon III.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yes. This is one grave here for just two people. He refers to them as people who have too much money. They come and have a grave made just for them, for
Maybe
two,
these
the husband and
people in
wife.
This entire section.
Husband
For
and
just
wife.
two people. There's a flower.
Me, no, can't wait. This one for you.
And what's the French word for it?
French, yeah.
Group?
Wife, husband.
Yeah, what do you say when they have too much money?
Too much?
So much money, businessman.
Yeah.
Riche.
Gish?
Rich.
Rich.
Rich man.
Rich man, okay.
Rich, yeah.